Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Ball Gamer, and this is my monthly video where I say what I got painted during this month. So this month being the month of March 2025. I had to think for a minute what month it was. It's already March, wow. Okay, so the large sum of what I got painted up were of course these Oathmark heavy orcs. And yeah, my criticism still stands that they are a little bit small for orcs. They are the same size as the goblins from Oathmark, so that is a problem for me. But actually, living with them for a little while, they've kind of grown on me, and I don't mind them so much now. They're okay. I will have to use them as goblins, of course, because my orcs are a lot bigger. But the actual sculpts aren't so bad, they're a bit dopey, but they're not too bad at all. And of course, some of these are kit bashed with the goblins from Oathmark because, the parts are interchangeable and really you can't tell which part's which from the orcs to the goblins, etc. So, yeah, they've grown on me and yeah, they're okay. I don't mind them. I can always bolster my goblin, armies, so not so bad. Kind of like this guy with a mohawk. A goblin with a mohawk sounds pretty cool to me. Anyone with more hair than myself now is, I look on enviously, even goblins, so yeah. So those are the goblins. I also kit bashed them with some different kits, which turned out pretty good actually. So these guys, so on screen right is a dwarf, Oathmark dwarf head, and it looks a little bit big, but you just got a big melon of a head, that's okay, some people do. And on the left are the Frostgrave Barbarians parts that I've sort of kit bashed with him, and they work fine enough. You wouldn't really be able to tell if they're in a crowd that these people aren't the usual kit. This guy was a bit more mix-mashed. So we got the Frostgrave Demon's arms, we got the Wargames Atlantic Lizardmen head, and the body from an heavy orc from Oathmark. So yeah, a real mishmash of parts here, and it worked out fine, and he looks pretty decent. Then we got these D&D Leopard and Panther. So yeah, I kind of like the way the Leopard turned out. I made him, I painted him up from a picture that I could see online, and I think I got a pretty good approximation of what he should look like. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. It's quite nice when you see a picture and you can copy it onto a miniature and it looks fairly accurate. So these were from the Zombicide Supernatural crossover. So it's a Vendigo and a Uber Vampire. No, that's Buffy. Prime Vampire, I think it was called actually. The Wendigo is weird because I got in my head the Wendigo, like a antlered, weird looking creature, and supernatural Vendigos are very different. So yeah, I have to keep reminding myself that this is a Vendigo. Then you got Sam and Dean, the Winchesters. They're kind of generic looking. They don't really look much like their actual people, the actual stars that play them. But, they're okay. They painted up pretty well. And, my wife's happy because she is crazy on Supernatural. So, yeah, I could almost paint them blindfolded. Then we had this 3D printed, don't know where it came from, were-rat thing, which, yeah, really impressive looking size and creature. Not sure about the paint job. Yeah, not sure about the paint job. But it was okay, and, it got the job done and he's finished, so that's always a bonus. But if you're looking at the size of this thing, this is a proper were-rat. I really like the size of it compared to like a goblin or something. This thing is going to pick him up and throw him around, and I like that. That's something a bit different. So we have one of these GW Gut Rippers, I think they were called. I really like these orcs. They aren't so like big jawed as say 40k orcs are. They're a bit more leaner and a bit meaner looking, a bit more, I don't know, visceral. They're yeah, I wouldn't want to meet one. And I really like these orcs actually, considering they're GW. And I'm not a huge GW fan at all. You know, I'm not going to jump on that sort of pissing on GW, but you know, I'm not a big fan of theirs. And we'll leave it at that. So then we have one Lone Star Grave mercenaries, maybe. I bought the packs all together, so I'm not sure, but it's the female mercenaries, I think. And yeah, just, you know, chucked it together, did it a very crude paint job, but it worked, and, you know, it is what it is. Now, these are the stars of the show for me. These are the Pasicles, not Colonial Marines, but Marines in space, maybe. And this guy has got the heavy gun, and I like the colour schemes on him, and I think, because I enjoyed painting them, and they're nice looking miniatures, I put that little bit of extra effort into them, and it kind of shows, you know, they just look better than some of my other miniatures because I enjoy them, and you know, they're fun to paint. Here is like a medic version of them. Again, really enjoyed painting him, like the colours I picked out for him. Glad that I've gone for like that grey fatigues, or grey blue fatigues if you will, more than the green that they had in the movie, because that never made sense to me, you know, being like Colonial Marines, so most of the time I doubt they're fighting on green planets, but there you go, maybe they are. So then there's this John Wick, not John Wick, in space, Colonial Marine, and yeah, again, really like this miniature, love the pose, love the way he's got his pulse rifle just sort of hanging, ready to grasp, very John Wick-ish, and he's using a pistol because, you know, why not use a pistol even though you've got an automatic weapon. So yeah, these are my top picks probably for the month. I really enjoyed painting them. So I'll leave you with some stills of those favourite miniatures that I picked. And also I'm going to enter, like for a little bit of a change, I'm going to actually say a channel that I enjoy watching and recommend for you is Beard Clipper. So if you don't know him, I'll put his channel down below, but you know, he's a really interesting guy, does vlogs all about his creations, and he's very prolific and productive in what he makes. So yeah, give him a click, you know, go and have a look at his stuff, and I might do this from now on. I'm going to do like a recommendation of other YouTubers which you might like. So yeah, so go and see Beard Clipper. He's not having a great time at the moment, so maybe it might cheer him up to have a few people go over there and check it out. So, as always, you know, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you want to leave a comment, I do reply to every single comment. And maybe even subscribe if you want to see more from me in the future. I have got a poll going at the moment, at the time of releasing this video. So if you want to go and write in that poll down below, that would help a lot also. But until next time, it's going to be goodbye from me, Welsh Miniature Board Gamer.